Hello YouTubers, I hope you're all doing well in these trying times. Today I'm going to show you a different side to narrowboating, like the problems that you get dealing with people, things that you have to do. I look at boat sales, and I've been doing that for years, and what you do see is the same boats coming up every year, where people look at these narrowboat channels and all they see is the loveliness, but they don't see the downside until they experience it, and I don't think a lot of people can handle it. Anyway, here's the video, and I hope you enjoy it.
Morning. I'm heading off up to the water point to get some water, but that's not the main reason I'm going. There's a man who lives in one of these houses here, who comes out of his back garden every time he sees me and points to the 14-day mooring sign, shouting out 14 days, not 15 days. And when I explained to him about lockdown and we can't move, I realised he couldn't speak English. The next couple of times he's come out and pointed this out to me, I've answered him with 2 words, which I think he understood by the look on my face. As I'm getting older and a little bit wiser, it takes a bit longer for me to fly off the handle. But this idiot had pushed me up to that point, and the best thing for both of us is if I move on. I noticed there was a space to moor up near the water point, so I'm going to stay there, and hopefully that'll be better. Coming up on the right is the last winding hole on the River Stolt. CRT have had a boat in here for the last couple of weeks, dredging it out. Over there on the left is Allingson's bread factory. I'm calling it a factory because I've never smelt any bread baking, so I wouldn't call it a baker's. So I don't know if they bake the bread there. Being locked down in the middle of a town does have its advantages, like being close to the water point, close to shops, but I've come to the conclusion that people cause most of the problems. And that I'd much rather be moored up in the more rural areas, even if it means that I've got to work a lot harder for all the toilets, water, shopping, etc. But I'll have to grin and bear it for now, like everyone else, until this lockdown finishes. I'm going to moor up in this space over here on the left and hope that these people in these flats are more hospitable. Where I've not moved Aitch for so long, you start to wonder if you're going to lose your touch. But I suppose it's like riding a bike. It's not the prettiest mooring. It's opposite this car park with flats above. Me and Aitch have had better moorings, but I suppose we're going to have to call it home for a little while. The other boaters here have been worrying about the flood warnings that we've been getting. If it does happen, hopefully these handrails on the stairs will stop Aitch from coming over onto the bank. I'm going to take you with me now as I do my daily chores. Up here you've got fried chicken, fish and chips and kebab shops. So if you see my waistline getting bigger, you know why. You've got pump out facilities here. This is what I use more or less every day. I'm going to empty out one of my toilet cassettes. I'm not going to show you all that, but this one is clean as L-sands go. Dumping my rubbish. There's times when I've opened these gates and the rubbish is overflowing. I'd say the rats love it though. Rather than bringing Aitch up to the water point and then reversing all the way back, I fill up this 20 litre jerry can and make 3 or 4 trips a day. It's all exercise. You have to do all these jobs no matter what the weather's like, because if you don't survive. What you got to remember is I'm completely off grid out here. I'm not in a marina plugged in. As I get older and a bit less mobile, I might have to start thinking of overwintering in a marina. But at the moment, I'm loving it. And I'm not going to let some idiot spoil it for me.
Well, that's shown you some of the problems that you get narrowboating. There's obviously a lot more things that you have to do. What you've got to realise is you can't just flip a switch. You have to work for everything you get on a narrowboat. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.